Jai Hind and good morning. My name is Dr. Rakesh Kumar Yadav, Associate Professor working in a CSE department, AKGEC Ghaziabad. Today I am going to take the presentation Fundamental of a Cyber Security Concept. These subjects I am taking in a CSE Hindi. These are the topic inside the contents I am going to one by one discuss. What is a cyber security? Second point is a security goals. Third point is a taxonomy of attacks with the respect to a security goals. Attacks threatening confidentiality, passive versus active attacks, and security services. And lastly, we have just references. So these are the topic inside the presentation today I am going to discuss. First, as per the subjects, fundamental of a cyber security. So first, we just putting the first concept is cyber security. So what do you mean by the cyber security? I am going to just describe in a brief way. These cyber security, two words we have a combined. First is a cyber and second is a security. So first discuss about the what is the meaning about the cyber and security separately. After that, we have a combined to what is the cyber security. Cyber means ki over the network, all this terminology means peripheral devices, even software, applications, network, devices, whatever things we have a use over the network, all interconnected to is together, that means is known as to a cyber. And what is the security? Security means who protect the data, devices to unauthorized persons to prevent the access about that. So this is the separate meaning about the cyber security. Again, we are going to the next question is that what is a cyber security? The meaning of the cyber security, already I have discussed the meaning about the cyber and security in a separately. Here we have a combined. What is a cyber security? The cyber security is the protection of internet connected system, including hardware, software and data from cyber attacks. The meaning about that, as per the definition, means ki cyber security is a technology, a method who prevents the unauthorized person who do not access the particular over the network particular things like a hardware, या software, या data, या any of the attacker who didn't attack to the particular this type of a category. And in detail we have going to study about that. Second point comes after the definition about the cyber security, need of a cyber security. What is the need? What is the need of the cyber security? The need of the cyber security, here a lot of things we have just mentioned. First is that several reasons to use the cyber security. First reason is that protecting data. How to protect the data, yeah, prevent the data from the unauthorized person to do not access that particular data, yeah, information. Second point is preventing cyber attacks. Cyber security, already previously we have told that this is a technique or methodology to prevent the attacks or unauthorized person who do not access the particular things in terms of whatever things, hardware, software, data, information, devices, any kind of over the network we are using. Second point, that is preventing cyber attacks, means ki this is the another features, reasons to use the cyber security, that is preventing cyber attacks. Third is maintaining trust. Via using the cyber security concept, we are maintaining the in case of a user and vendor to a trust. And one is the compliance with a regulation. Via using the cyber security, the rules and regulation followed by the person who are using that. Next one, preserving national security. Via using the cyber security concept, we preserve the national security things. And last one, that is ensuring business continuity. The main goal about the in terms of the in business, via using the cyber security, the maintaining the continuity about the user and business organization. So these are the main core part of the need for the cyber security, where we use to secure the data. Second point for the index, that is a security goal. First, what is the meaning? Yeah, what is the goal about the security in terms of the cyber security? So basically, we have a cyber security aims to achieve several fundamental goals to ensure the protection of a digital assets systems and the information. So goal about we have seen in this diagram ki security goals basically three category. Here we have categorized the goals about the security. First one is the confidentiality, second is the integrity, and third one is the availability. So these terms as a security goals we are using to the, this is also a feature about the cyber security. So first one is the, as per the diagram we have seen that confidentiality. The meaning about the confidentiality is that preventing the disclosure of the data from the unauthorized person या attacker. So main goal about the confidentiality in a cyber security is that preventing the disclosure of a data whenever we communicate over the network to the any of the message. First one is the data encryption. We are using the data encryption technique to prevent convert to the original data to the another format. This is the one of the method. Second is the access control. We are not providing the access control to the anyone, that is a authorized way. And third point is known as to authentication. Before using the any of the data or message, we first authenticate that that is a original or genuine person to access that particular things. And security tokens, via using the cyber security, this is another methodology, that it is tools to just issues the tokens, security tokens to use particular devices or data. So these are the standard tools for measuring the confidentiality. Next, in continuation of the security goals, there is a second topic. As per the diagram we have seen that integrity. What is the meaning about the integrity? Basically, integrity means refers to a protecting information from being modified by unauthorized party. Meaning is that integrity means whenever user who has a communicate over the network, at that time no any unauthorized person who alter particular message when sender who send the data or information over the network. So this protect that particular information is original way receiver who have received. So there is a standard tools are available and standard measures to guarantee available granted that integrity is include. There is a 4-5 points here we have just mentioned. Using the cryptographic checksum we are putting inside the message and we are sending over the network. Second point, using file permission, who has a right person who has just access that particular file. Next point is a uninterrupted power supplies. Meaning is that whenever communication is going to be start, we have a power backup, never uninterrupted failure of the power, and data backups. We also any mishappening over the network, we have a backup the data after we use that. So these are the measures to be taken for the integrity of the data. Third point, as per the security goals, that is availability. The meaning about the availability is it's assure that whenever user want to access any of the services, that particular services or data or information at the instantly just available for using of that. So this is the core concept, and that is the third one of the security goals. And here standard measures to guarantee availability include: first one is the data redundancy, second is the confidentiality, third one is the integrity availability, fourth one is the backing up data to external drive, and last implementing firewalls having backup power supply. So these are the points to use to measure the guarantee for the availability include. Here we have given the CIA comparison. This is a very important theme about the cyber security. CIA comparison, इसको मैं बताना चाहूँगा आपको कि व्हाट इज़ द CIA, और इनके तीनों जो अभी सिक्योरिटी गोल्स हम लोगों ने देखा उसमें से 3 फीचर्स टू बी अवेलेबल कैटेगराइज दैट, इन तीनों का मीनिंग क्या है? मीनिंग ये है कि इन तीनों को कंपेयर किया गया है एक ही टेबल में, और देर इज अ लॉट ऑफ फीचर ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट कि एग्जैक्टली, एंड आफ्टर दैट वी हैव जस्ट कंपेयर कि व्हाट मीनिंग्स कम्स आउट. तो हियर पहला पॉइंट है हमारे पास कि व्हाट इज़ द CIA, यानी कि CIA है क्या चीज़. फिर दूसरा, उसके बाद से फिर तीनों CIA को वी हैव जस्ट मेंशन इन अ टेबल फॉर्मेट, And next, each and every terminology we have a given the example. After that, next features about कि what is the purpose of the CIA, जो हम इस टेबल में कंपेयर करके बता रहे हैं कि CIA के पर्पज़ क्या है, how can you achieve the CIA, और CIA को कैसे हम ये कमांडली अचीव कर सकते हैं, उसको यहाँ पे बताया गया है। फिर उसके बाद से अपोजिट ऑफ ए CIA, यानी कि जो CIA है उसका अपोजिट क्या हो सकता है, इसके बारे में वी हैव डिस्कस हियर इन लास्ट वे। तो एज पर वन बाय वन CIA कंपेरिजन मीन्स कि वी हैव ए सिक्योरिटी गोल, देयर इज 3 टर्मिनोलॉजी, कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी, इंटीग्रिटी, अवेलेबिलिटी, इन तीनों के बारे में इकट्ठे हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे एक टेबल में इसको कंपेयर किया गया है। इन टर्म्स ऑफ confidentiality, already we have discussed कि what is the meaning is that कि the information is safe from accidental or intentional disclosure। मीनिंग ये है कि कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी का मतलब है कि एक यूज़र अगर कोई मैसेज वो कम्युनिकेट करना चाह रहा है ओवर द नेटवर्क, और नेटवर्क से आपके वन मोड टू अनदर आपके यूज़र के पास सोर्स टू डेस्टिनेशन, तो जो भी मैसेज है वो मैसेज बाई एक्सीडेंटली हैव एनी एरर्स टू बी ऑकर, या इंटेंशनली कोई आपका हैकर है या अनऑथराइज पर्सन है उसको वो रिवील ना कर पाए, तो ये मीनिंग हमारा कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी का है। फिर इंटीग्रिटी का मतलब है कि जो भी मैसेज जो यूज़र है वो ओवर द नेटवर्क शेयर कर रहा है या आपस में एक्सचेंज कर रहे हैं सोर्स टू डेस्टिनेशन, तो उसके कंटेंट्स को बिल्कुल आपका अल्टर ना किया हो, अगर वो अल्टर्ड है तो यानी कि उसकी इंटीग्रिटी मेंटेन नहीं है। दिस इज द मीनिंग अबाउट द इंटीग्रिटी। अवेलेबिलिटी का मतलब है कि व्हेन एवर यूजर वांट टू एक्सेस द एनी ऑफ द सर्विसेज या डेटा या इंफॉर्मेशन ओवर द नेटवर्क एट पर्टिकुलर टाइम, दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स टू बी अवेलेबल टू यूज ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर यूजर्स। तो दीज आर द 3 terminology we are using inside the cyber security. Here we one by one we have a discuss about that. Each and every terminology we have a given the example कि ये कैसे कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी मेंटेन होगा, कैसे इंटीग्रिटी मेंटेन होगा, कैसे आपके अवेलेबिलिटी मेंटेन होंगी, उसका एग्जांपल यहाँ पे दिया हुआ। तो जैसे एक एग्जांपल है कि आई सेंड यू ए मैसेज एंड नो वन एल्स नोज व्हाट दैट मैसेज इज़, यानी कि एक मैसेज कोई यूज़र आपका सेंड किया और उसमें से वो दूसरे को किसी को नहीं पता कि उस मैसेज में क्या है, इसको बोलते हैं कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी। सेकेंड, इंटीग्रिटी का मतलब आई सेंड यू ए मैसेज एंड यू रिसीव एग्जैक्टली व्हाट आई सेंट यू, यानी कि वट एवर यूजर सेंड द मैसेज टू द डेस्टिनेशन, ओनली रिसीवर हु नोज विदाउट एनी अल्टर या मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर कंटेंट्स, दिस टाइप ऑफ ए things is known as integrity. Availability meaning is that I send you a message and you are able to receive it, यानी कि जैसे ही मैसेज आपको सेंड किया गया, रिसीवर जो है वो एक्टिव है उसको रिसीव करने के लिए जिस भी मोमेंट पे उसको सेंड किया गया। दिस इज द एग्जांपल अबाउट द अवेलेबिलिटी। अनदर पैरामीटर्स या फीचर्स अबाउट दैट, व्हाट इज द पर्पज ऑफ द CIA। CIA का पर्पज क्या है? पर्पज ये है, इस पैरामीटर में हम लोगों ने देखा इन टर्म्स ऑफ द कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी, डेटा इज नॉट ए डिस्क्लोज, यानी कि व्हेन एवर यूजर्स हु सेंड या शेयर द डेटा ओवर द नेटवर्क, दैट पर्टिकुलर डेटा इज नॉट डिस्क्लोज टू एनीवन। सेकेंड पॉइंट, दैट इज इंटीग्रिटी, डेटा इज नॉट टेम्पर्ड, यानी कि वट एवर डेटा या इंफॉर्मेशन सेंड ओवर द नेटवर्क दैट इज नॉट ए टेम्पर्ड बाय द अटैकर या अनऑथराइज्ड पर्सन। Last, the meaning about the availability in the feature of the what the purpose of the CIA, data is available, यानी whenever user want to particular data, want to access that या any of the services over the network, that particular service is available to the users. तो this is purpose, यानी what the purpose of the CIA। CIA का purpose ये क्या है in terms of the 3 terminology. Next features, how can you achieve the CIA, कि CIA कैसे अचीव कर सकते हैं, यानी कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी, इंटीग्रिटी एंड अवेलेबिलिटी कैसे अचीव हो सकता है ओवर द नेटवर्क। तो हियर वी हैव ए मेंशन इन अ टेबल वाया यूजिंग द कॉन्फिडेंशियली इंक्रिप्शन, ऑलरेडी वी हैव डिस्कस। नेक्स्ट, वाया मेथड यूजिंग हैशिंग, डिजिटल सिग्नेचर, एंड लास्ट वन अवेलेबिलिटी, बैकअप्स एंड रिडंडेंट सिस्टम। वाया यूजिंग दिस टर्मिनोलॉजी वी हैव जस्ट अचीव द CIA। एंड लास्ट फीचर्स, हाउ टू कंपेयर दैट इज अपोजिशन ऑफ ए CIA, यानी CIA का कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी, इंटीग्रिटी या अवेलेबिलिटी का अपोजिट मीनिंग क्या है। तो मीनिंग इज दैट कि हियर वी हैव डोंट डिस्क्लोज टू द डेटा टू एनी ऑफ द अनऑथराइज्ड या अटैकर, Here opposition meaning is that ki disclosure, yani those whoever disclose that particular thing. Here protect the unaltered, here alteration, this is opposition of a integrity, and destruction is the availability of the opposite meaning about that. So this is the terminology in a table we have just compare about the CIA. This is the very important things over the cyber security. That is the last one, repudiation, that is a denial to own commitment. And last one, threat to availability, how to threat that in over the network, denial of services. We have a just repetition of the information we have sent again and again. That's why we just overloaded to the server or system. Repetitively we have just sending the same message. This is the one of the category about the, that's why that services are unavailable to the user, those who want to access that. So this is the overall taxonomy of the attacks. Confidentiality, already in a previous diagram we have mentioned that कि first category that is a snooping, कि कैसे जो है वो attacker जो है आपका snoop करता है. Basically snooping is the meaning, it refers to unauthorized access to interception of a data. Means in diagram shows that कि unauthorized person who has in between the Bob and alias source and sender and receiver, or in between that particular person who has without knowing to the user sender, he access particular message and information and misleading to that particular message to the own benefit. The second point that is known as the file transport through the internet may contain confidential information, and that particular confidential information that tracked by the snoops by the attacker who has a DART, and that is a read the contents of particular sending by sender to the receiver. So this is the meaning about the snooping. Replaying, another category, the basically this is the another attack. The attacker obtains a copy of a message sent by a user and later tries to replay it. Means कि एक बार में एक कॉपी अगर जब सेंड कर दिया गया हो सेंडर से रिसीवर के पास, तो सेम मैसेज अटैकर हु रिसीव दैट एंड आफ्टर सम चेंजेस इज देयर अगेन सेंड टू द रिसीवर to ask for the something else for own benefit. This, like a example, for example, a person sends a request to her bank to ask for a payment to the attacker who has done a job for it. The attacker intercepts the message and sends it again to receive another payment from the bank. This is the core concept about the replaying. Ki once again, attacker who send the second time to want something for the original message. That is a next category, attacks threatening availability. Already we have discussed that denial of services is a very common attack over the network. It may slow down or totally interrupt the service of the system. If any user want to access the services over the network, an attacker who totally disrupt the interrupt the services over the network, and the attacker may also interrupt requests from the client, causing the client send requests many times and overload the system. That's why enable that particular services as instantly to the user. So this is the core concept about Bob who want to communicate with the server, interceptor who is attacker who false bulk message who have just provided to the servers to just as per the network who has a slow down that particular servers who do not send the services provided to the Bob. So this is the concept about the denial of a service. Here in last points we have just mentioned passive versus active attack. What is the meaning about the passive attacks and active attack? In passive attacks, in a passive attack, the attacker goal is just to take obtain the information without any harm to the user. But in case of a active attack, an active attacker may change the data or harm the system. The core concept about the active attack means who access the particular information over the network, and the main concept about that ki attacker who changes the some contents and want to harm the system. Next point, that is known as attacks that threaten confidentiality, snooping and traffic analysis are a passive attack. These are the category. Inside the passive attacks, there is a three category: confidentiality, snooping and traffic analysis are the passive attack. The purpose about the passive attacks only grasp the information without harming to the over the system. But in case of active attacks that threaten the integrity and availability are active attacks. Means ki in case of active attack, the core concept about that ki who change the integrity of the particular message. Next point, that is the revealing of the information may harm the sender or receiver of the message, but the system is not affected. But in case of a active attacks are normally easier to detect than to the prevent, because an attacker can launch them in a variety of ways. For this reason, it is difficult to detect. And a fourth point, passive attacks, because the purpose of these previous points mentioned here, difficult to detect this type of attack until the sender or receiver finds out about the leaking of the confidentiality. That's why it is a very tough to detect the things. Here we have a comparison chart over the passive versus active attacks. There is a category, snooping, traffic analysis. This category comes under the passive. And threatening confidentiality, the technique who have a security goals who have a threatened by the snooping and traffic analysis, it comes under the passive, and confidential is a threatening. Second point, that is a modification, या masquerading, या replying, या repudiation. All these attacks are comes under the active attack, and it's a threaten to the integrity of the message. And last one, who have a denial of a service, this is also comes under the active category, and we just attacker who apply for the availability of the sources. So this is all about the passive and active attack to comparison. Finally, that is the last topic, that is the security services. Security services refer to the various measures, mechanism and capability implement to protect digital systems and information from unauthorized access or damage. This is the core concept about the security services. And next point, that is these services are designed to address specific security goals and mitigate the risk posed by the cyber threats. Some common security services in cyber security include common services we have just mentioned here, categorized here. The main goal about the protecting of the unauthorized person in a specify the things. As per the security services, here we have mentioned that data confidentiality. Next point, that is a data in integrity. It comes under the anti-change and anti-replay. We have just services to be provided. And authentication, how to authenticate the data via the peer entity and the data origin. And next one is the non-repudiation, via using inside the non-repudiation proof of origin, who is the original person that's in the message. And another category, that is a proof of a delivery, who send the deliver. Via using this concept, we have a non-repudiation attacks, we have a control that. And finally, access control, we have a lot of techniques or methodology we use inside the access control to know any unauthorized person, attackers who access that particular thing. So this is all about the security services used inside the cyber security to protect our data. This is the core theme about basic theme about the cyber security, and these are the references where I have taken some bites of the preparing of the PPT. Thank you and Jai Hind. Thank you so much.